Golf first became a part of my life when I just went out one day to play golf. It was in the Pacific Northwest, wintertime. I had a broken wrist with a cast up to here, but it just seemed so enticing after playing Tiger Woods on Xbox. So I went out, and it was like that song you hear and you can't get it out of your head. I just kept wanting to play over and over, and I stuck with it. That was 23 years ago. If you've never played golf, what it actually teaches you is every skill that is going to allow you to level up in life, from patience to social interaction to dealing with the tough stuff to dealing with the good stuff. You're gonna go out every time you play, you will hit a good shot. You will also hit a bad shot. You will also hit a good shot that ends up with a bad break. Like, I hit it exactly how I wanted, but maybe it landed on a pine cone and it shot in some wild direction. Or you hit it really badly and it hit a rock and bounced up into a really good position. So how you handle all of these, as well as the interactions with other human beings when things are going horribly for you, are you still able to actually root for somebody else who's doing a good job, who had a bit of success there? And when things are going great for you, are you still gonna be outside of your ego to root for somebody else as they're working their way through their challenges as well? It teaches you everything in life. In one round, 4 hours of golf, you're gonna experience everything that you experience in life. Whether you realize it or not, every lesson in life that I have ever experienced and leveled up in, it came from what I've learned in the game of golf. I think most people feel intimidated with golf because there's so many rules and regulations and the etiquette and the social norms that aren't normal in everyday life outside of the golf course. So with that, paired with the fact that most people throughout the history of golf don't teach those things other than spending years and years showing up and keep on going, keep on going. Nobody really guides you through it quickly in an effective way. And so you just feel lost. It's like going to a dinner party that's really fancy, black tie affair, but you showed up in jeans. Maybe everybody's gonna be okay with you being there, but you feel so out of place and you're gonna get a lot of eyeballs and you're gonna have those judgy experiences. So I think most people are just intimidated because the fact is it's been gate kept in some way, shape, or form for so many years until now. I've had a lot of these moments where I see somebody's life literally change mentally through playing golf. But one that sticks out for me is when you have that one friend that's just so negative, everything that comes up, they just think of kind of worst case scenario. If you do that in golf, it's going to be absolutely detrimental for you. It's not gonna help you at all. For example, if you have a shot and it's over water to get to the green, and it's, you know, a little bit of a short shot, but you have water between you and the flag, everybody initially, especially if you are negative thinking, you're gonna be thinking, don't hit it in the water, don't hit it in the water, don't hit it in the water, don't hit it in the water. But all that's telling yourself is focus on the water, focus on the water, focus on the water. And that's the wrong way to do it. Through golf, I've watched people who had the most negative mindsets learn that if I focus on the water, AKA if I focus on the negative thing in life, I'm just directing my attention there. I'm putting all my energy into that. Even if I'm saying don't go there, all my brain hears is water, that, negative, boom. So I've watched people have this complete shift where they are able to go, doesn't matter what negative stuff is around, my focus is right there, and that's all I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna make the best shot that I can, I'm gonna do the best effort toward that goal that I can, and I'm not even gonna worry about all this trouble out here. And that's really life-changing for a lot of people when you spend so much of your time thinking like, you know, this is bad, that's bad, look at this, look at that, instead of focusing on what's good. That's how you find a lot more success. Competing all around the world with the best in the world, it taught me a different way to approach the game for beginners. For one, it showed me different limits, different peaks that you could reach just through the game of golf. This is how I even learned to raise money through raising money at charity golf events, and that's one of my main things that I do now. And that was all through competing at a world-class level. And it just showed me how many different avenues there are in golf, even if you're a complete beginner. I saw people, and I played golf with people at different pro-ams where I'd get paired up with people who paid to play with a long drive pro. And some of these people were the worst golfers on the planet. They could not hit a golf ball at all, but they were the best energy to be around. And it was the type of person you wanted to play with. No matter how well they hit a golf ball or how poorly they hit it, they just understood the flow of the game enough to where they weren't offending anybody at all. And they were just such a good vibe to be around. And I just realized there's so many avenues in this game. There really is a type of play for everybody. So how you golf is going to be different from how somebody else golfs, but how you golf is your own style of golf. And that's the thing that should fulfill you the most. So my job is to show you all just enough to where you feel confident and comfortable to go out any place in the world, play golf, and play it your own way. That's my jam. Everyone has their own version, their own style of golf. Whether you found it or you haven't found it yet, everybody has their own. It's like dancing. Different people dance in different ways, right? And the same with music, right? Whatever your music taste is. Golf has a style. How you golf could be, I want to drink a beer a hole, and we are partying. I'm partying with the squad, my people, my boys, my girls, whoever you're with, we're party animals. So we're going to go out and we're going to play golf, but we're going to drink a beer a hole. And that's your jam. That's how you golf. Somebody else is going to be the competitive person that they just want to beat their friend or their playing partner, and it's like me versus you, let's go heads up, right? That Michael Jordan, that Kobe Bryant type of aggressive competitor. And then there's people who just compete against themselves. Like, I just want to improve from my last time playing. I just want to shoot a better score than I shot last time. There's entirely, this is not even a third of the types of golf that you can have. Some people love to just go on nature walks, so you can go out and find a beautiful golf course. I'm looking out at a golf course right now that's beautiful, right? This is the set. We're Oahu, Honolulu, Hawaii. And there's a golf course right down here that somebody could just say, you know, I just love the views and I love to go out and get my steps in. So all the golf is then is you going on a little 4-hour walk. Every once in a while, you're gonna hit a little golf ball. That's it. So there's a style of golf for everybody. How you golf is your own, and it's up to you to figure that out, but I'm here to help guide you into that as well and show you just enough that you can feel comfortable and confident to go out and play your style of golf, however you golf. Golf is completely misunderstood. Everybody thinks it's so expensive, it's only accessible for the rich, the wealthy, and so on. But that's like thinking that hiking is only accessible if you have $500 pair of boots that were custom made in some foreign land. That is not the case at all. The mountain doesn't care. Holy moly. Golf is completely misunderstood. Most people think it's only for the rich, the wealthy, the incredibly ultra successful, and that's not true at all. It's like saying hiking is only for people that have a $1,000 pair of boots. The mountain does not care what your boots are made of. Nature doesn't care where you got your handmade boots made from and imported from. The mountain is just there. You could just go and walk it wearing whatever you want. You can wear your jeans, you can wear boots, you can wear flip-flops, you can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Golf is very much the same. You can go play golf and spend thousands of dollars doing it just to play one round of golf. You can also go play golf for 15 bucks. It's a total sham the way that people think that golf is just only for the elite, the rich, the wealthy. Yes, traditionally that was accurate. I mean, decades ago that was accurate. And that was also an era of golf. Like, I feel like I kind of entered the game at the tail end of that, where it started to die out. Golf is so accessible now, and it doesn't matter how much money you want to spend, you can find a place to spend it. If you are like, I don't want to spend any money, you can go to a driving range. Most driving ranges will have clubs that you can rent, or you could just say, hey, listen, I just want to try this out. I don't know anything about it. Do you have any club that I could just try? And a lot of driving ranges will just give you a club for free to go out there and hit some golf balls with. Then the question is, well, how much is a bucket of golf balls? Well, I'm not encouraging this, but when I was a kid, I would go to the driving range and I would just wait until somebody left their bucket of golf balls. Not like they were still there coming back to it, like a bathroom break, but they were just done. They were like, I've hit enough, and they get out of there. And then I would just go grab those golf balls because they're just sitting there. So that would be a free way for you to play golf, for you to hit the driving range at least. Yes, I'm openly against golf snobbery. I want to be clear though, I'm not against the rules or the etiquette of the game at all. What I'm against is the people that they shun you when you do something wrong under the assumption that you did it on purpose. That's the golf snobbery I'm against. I am all for the rules and the etiquette of the game. Most of it I think is totally, I think it's totally respectable. There are some rules that, you know, we could debate, get in the nitty gritty of it, of like, that one could die, but whatever. For the most part, totally agree with this stuff. I'm just against when somebody, especially somebody new, breaks one of the sort of norms in golf or the etiquette of golf. The assumption is to just treat them so poorly and to shun them instead of teach them. And that's what I'm against. Don't go around as if you know all the good stuff and you're not going to share it. This is like removing the velvet rope and letting everybody dance on the same dance floor. That's what this is about for me. I've seen elite competitions. I've also seen just your weekend foursome and playing with the old heads, the unks. And the difference between these, I mean, it's just a different experience. It's like going to a crazy fancy restaurant, right? Your Michelin star restaurants, or just a backyard cookout with little plastic lawn chairs. You're gonna get fed either way. Arguably, you're gonna eat more at the backyard barbecue. And you're gonna eat, it's gonna be fine. They're different, they're fun, they're enjoyable in different ways. One of them just feels a little bit more human, I feel like, than the other one. And I'll let you determine and read between the lines which of that is. But I love them both. I'm filming this right now. Here's a perfect example. I'm filming this right now from a penthouse at the Hyatt in Waikiki, Oahu, Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the penthouse. I have the entire penthouse to myself. And this is like the elite, this is like the, oh man, super fancy and all that stuff. This is great, but I've also stayed in Hawaii at the hostel and I loved it. I loved both of these experiences. They're just different experiences. If I could change one thing about how people learn the game of golf, it would 100% be to learn to enjoy it first and speak the lingo before anything else. Right now, and for ages, the way that people get introduced to the game of golf is, hey, you have to go take lessons, book some lessons with a golf professional. You book some lessons, a 5-pack of lessons for $600. And in 5 lessons, all you learn is kind of the grip and, you know, how to get into your posture and maybe how to hit a golf ball. That doesn't teach you anything about the etiquette or the rules or the flow of the game, how to show up and not feel like you're standing in somebody's way, how to actually belong instead of feel like you just got permission. So if I could change anything, it would be teaching people how to belong first and then teach them how to hit a golf ball. You can learn how to hit a golf ball on your own. That's why the PGA Tour has incredibly different snowflake style swings. Everybody's swing looks different. There's more than one way to hit a golf ball, but there's this set of rules and etiquette that everybody abides by, and it's not being taught. That's where we should start. People could figure out how to hit a golf ball on their own. How you golf is just how you want to play the game. What excites you? What makes you feel really fulfilled in the way that you would play the game of golf? Are you a person that just wants to enjoy nature? Then go out with your friends or go out by yourself and listen to the sounds, look at the landscape and take it all in. Are you a person that just wants to socialize and just party? Then show up to the course, get your drinks with your buddies and, you know, tip the beverage cart and everybody have a good time. Go to the 19th hole, drink some more, and then, you know, get a ride home. Nobody's driving. If you're the party animal, if you are the aggressive bettor, you could bet every single shot of your round with somebody. Hey, $10 says that I hit this shot closer than you. $20 says I outdrive you here. And people bet into the thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is limitless. There's a style of golf. How you golf is however you enjoy the most. And one of those things for me is betting on a hole per hole match. So, hey, this hole we'll do closest to the pin for 20 push-ups. I usually play for push-ups, but I did take somebody for $100 yesterday out at Tahoe. You know what I'm saying? He stepped up and didn't step up, if you feel me. But how you golf is just figuring out how you will enjoy the game the most, because there's lessons within this game that you will not learn in any other sport, in any other arena. And if you can learn these, then they will transpire and they will work for your life, whether it's your professional life, your career, your relationship, your parenting, it does not matter. The lessons that are built into the game of golf that have been sort of gate-kept for a long time, they will teach you how to live a better life across the board. But how you golf is entirely up to you. It is your flavor. It's like your favorite drink is different from your partner's favorite drink, is different from your friend's favorite drink. Whatever your flavor is, that's how you golf. I just wish that I had something like this when I started the game. Nobody in my life, nobody in my family, in my extended family, nobody in my circle golfed and could show me any of this stuff, let alone hit a golf ball. They couldn't show me anything. They didn't know the rules, the etiquette, or anything. I had to figure it all out on my own over years, and I made all of the mistakes. I broke all of the etiquette rules. All of this, I learned the hard way. I'm making this for beginners because it's what I wish that I had when I started. It's what I see missing in the industry. And it's something that I just don't understand how it's not been fixed after hundreds of years of this game. That anybody that's gonna enter the game of golf, the first thing that anybody lends them is how to hit a golf ball. And that's like the smallest part of the game, unless you want to go on and compete. Then yes, you have to know specifically how to hit a golf ball if you wanna maximize your potential in the game and go compete. But that's such a small percentage of people. Most people, what they get out of the game has nothing to do with how well you hit a golf ball. But everything out there is teaching people how to hit a golf ball. They don't teach you the game within the game of golf. So it's something that I didn't have. It's something that doesn't exist right now. As far as I know, this is the best way to get into the game of golf and the fastest way for you to start getting a return on your investment in the game of golf, where if you can learn this stuff and you can learn it pretty quickly, then the money you spend to play golf, you're gonna make back 10, 100, 1,000-fold in what relationships you build and what opportunities you make. I just met a guy literally last night at the hotel. We were sitting there chatting in the hot tub, and he told me a story. When he was in college, he had only played golf a few times. He was in college, and he got invited out to play golf with this attorney who owned his own law firm. And they'd already been playing for like 2 hours. So they liked each other. The attorney liked this kid and everything. So he makes a bet. He's like, hey, if you hit it closer than me, I'll give you an internship. And this guy's telling me the story. It was him. He hit this shot, and he says he hit it within inches of the hole. And the attorney looked at him like everybody was amazed. It was very obviously luck, but it happened. And so the attorney, being a man of his word, was like, okay, well, we got to talk. We got to get you set up. That's the sort of thing that happens all the time on a golf course. And so if you just figure this game out in the simplest way, forget about how to hit a golf ball. If you just figure out the etiquette, the rules, the flow, you'll make it through that 2-hour mark with your playing partner to where they start throwing a lot of offers out there for you that you otherwise wouldn't have if you didn't know the etiquette, if you didn't know the flow, if you didn't know the rules. So finding these things out first, that's way more important than hitting a golf ball. You can just take a club, go whack golf balls, and you'll eventually figure out how to hit it better and better and better. You'll do that on your own, but you won't figure out the etiquette and the flow of the game within the game on your own. You need some guidance for that. It's like thinking you have to be a 5-star chef before you can enjoy cooking a meal for your family. You don't have to be incredibly good at this to really enjoy it. You can learn the game and learn little by little. I'm still learning things present day. I've been playing this game 23 years. This is why so many people, Tiger Woods, same thing, they're still asking questions. They're still learning and testing things out. You do not have to be incredibly good at this game to start enjoying it at all. I think a lot of people just don't have the guidance. They go out and they experience something that is just off-putting. They may be messed up with some of the etiquette that they just didn't know, and nobody showed them. But then they were treated in such a horrible way because of something they did unknowingly and innocently that it just puts a really bad taste in their mouth, and they're like, this sucks. This is how the game is. This is how people are in the game of golf. I don't want to do this. This isn't the type of person I want to be. And the whole feeling just feels terrible. And if you aren't incredibly hooked, like I fortunately was so hooked on the game that I just battled right through that, and call it youthful arrogance as well, or ignorance. And I was just young and dumb. I was 13 when I started, so I just kept showing up. I didn't take big offense. I felt embarrassed a lot of times, but I didn't take big offense that it would keep me away from the game. I still keep showing up. But most people, if you don't have that real deep bug for the game, it will be off-putting and turn you away from it. So I think that it's just like teaching somebody, it's like teaching somebody how to swim, but you never show them where the ladder is to get out of the pool. So it's like, what do I do? I'm drowning in here. There's this, I'm okay, but only for so long. It's just a really uncomfortable feeling. So that's my take on it. Oh, this is a good one. Golf, if you go out and play 18 holes of golf with somebody, it is like truth serum. In 18 holes, 4 hours, 5 hours with somebody, if you stay and play a little bit after or hang out afterwards, you're gonna see them in the best case scenarios, the worst case scenarios. They're gonna open up about things that they otherwise wouldn't, because you're out enjoying some open air, some fresh air. You're competing and trying to hit a golf ball and do a good job at it, and you're gonna be challenged with it. There's just this lifespan of experiences compressed into 4 hours that it really is like a superpower. If you can navigate that well, it just shows everybody what kind of person you are. Are you the person that makes an excuse every single time you hit a bad shot? Are you a person that even when you hit a bad shot, you're gonna stay pretty positive and you're gonna look at the bright side? Are you a person who's gonna persevere? Are you gonna give up? All of this gets exposed when you go out and play golf. So ultimately, you will figure out, is this a person that I trust? And if so, to what level? I've played golf with people that I really thought that I was gonna love working with. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go into business together. This is gonna be great. We go out and we're a few holes in and I'm like, I would never go into business with this person. Seeing how they respond to certain instances and how they react to things, I'm like, never ever. I've also had the flip side. I go out and I get paired up with some random person, some stranger, and I'm the prejudice and the judging. You see somebody, right? We all do it. You see somebody, you're like, oh, okay, I'm assuming they're kind of like this or like that, whatever. And I was completely blown away, like, oh my goodness, you need to be my new best friend. I cannot believe this, right? You have these experiences and they're compressed into just a few hours, but they really, truly, deeply show who the person is and how they respond. Because there's infinite ways that you can react to things. So how you react out there, it's going to be truthful. Even if you try to fake it for 4 hours, there's gonna be gaps and there's gonna be big tells. You're not gonna be able to maintain that. So it is like truth serum. If you really feel lost or just out of it, like you don't know what to do, it's like going to a wedding reception or a religious service. If you just know when to clap, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna fit in a little bit, okay? So just observe, and then you can ask questions as well. Be respectful. Don't ask the question when somebody's setting up or swinging, right? That's one of the big etiquette no-nos. But ask. A lot of people are very open to say, hey, is this your first wedding? Oh, okay, well, here's what they do. They're gonna go and do this, and then they're probably gonna clink the glass, they're gonna toast, and then there's gonna be a father-daughter dance, there's gonna be this and that. If you just sort of follow the flow of everyone else and observe what they're doing and how they're doing it, then you're gonna get pretty far. But if there's something that you have a specific question on, just ask it. Most people are very helpful on the golf course. This is a big one for me. I feel like this is a life hack. So I read somewhere that by the time you turn 18, you have spent, this is for Western civilization for the most part, Americans specifically. By the time you're 18, you've spent 95% of the time with your parents that you will spend in the entire lifetime of your parents. And basically, you live with them from birth through you're 18 years old, you move out, and then you see them once a month, once a quarter, once a year, whatever that may be for the rest of life. So 95% of your time is spent with them by the time they're 18. But golf, this is the ultimate hack. If you get your kids, this is what I'm doing with my boys, you get them into golf, you get them to like golf. This is also what my dad did. I was the first one in my family golfing. He kept dropping me off at the golf course, and eventually I got him hooked one day at the driving range, and then he started playing golf. But I look back at it and I'm like, after I turned 18, he would still take me out and pay for me to play golf. So I was like, absolutely, I'm on my own, but I got free golf, so I'm showing up. It was an ultimate life hack for us to spend 5 hours together on a weekend. And if you can do that, if you like your kids, if you want to love your kids and be a part of their life for the entirety of your life, golf is an ultimate hack. I can't think of something that is better to tie you together than golf. For one, you're gonna have those big blocks of hours that you could do every single week. You'd be like, hey, every Saturday we go golfing, whatever. So you have the big block of time. Second, you are not somebody, as the parent, I'm not there to scold or to parent my kid. We're just playing partners. This is one of the few times where we get to sort of be peers together. We just get to go out and enjoy the scenery, enjoy what we're doing together without me having to be like, hey, you do this or don't do that as a parent, right? I don't have to guide you at all. You learn the game well enough and you play it how you want. If you have a question that you ask me, of course I'm here to answer it. But it's one of the few times that you can just be peers together, and it's totally connective. If I could change one thing of golf culture overnight, it would be get rid of golf snobs, or start policing the golf snobs. It's like going to a karaoke joint and everybody would enjoy karaoke if they didn't feel like the audience was full of Simon Cowells, you know, the people that are just judgy and just, ugh. Most people would get up on the microphone and then sing and dance and just enjoy their heart out. The same I wish we could do in golf, where I just wipe every golf snob out from their own ego and just understand that, hey, you started once, think back to where you were. Yes, you've been playing this game for all of these years, but this person's a beginner. Have some grace here. That would be the thing I would change overnight. To be honest, I haven't really thought about my legacy with how you golf, but what comes to mind for me right now is when I teach my sons how to drive someday, hopefully I get that privilege to teach them how to drive. I don't just want to teach them how to operate a vehicle. I want to teach them how to take an epic road trip. I want to teach them the use of this vehicle to be fulfilling to your life. And that's what I want How You Golf to be, to deliver to you the capability to earn your next promotion, to be the person that your boss or your colleagues or your clients say, hey, do you want to golf? And then you take them up on the offer because you're confident enough to know how the flow of the game goes, even if you hit horribly, and still go out there and win, and then be the person that they want to bring back out to the golf course so that you're getting the promotions, you're landing the deals, you're being brought into whatever the new exciting thing is. I just want that for everybody because it's served me so well. I've seen how it serves so many people across the world in the industry as well, and there is something here for everybody. I would love for the legacy of How You Golf to be that bridge, that to act as that guide that opens the doors for anybody that's hungry to improve their lives, to actually improve their lives in ways that they never imagined before.